The initial plan for this video was actually for me to just sit down, find some questions you guys have left, and then answer them on my own, without any friends. But that would be weird. It'll be like talking to a wall, and I can't communicate like that. I need friends. I need people. I need social interaction. What a lie. So instead of being the introvert that my parents don't want me to be, I have decided to enslave my wife at 2 a.m. and force her to choose some specific questions, and then I proceed to answer them with her own voice reading the questions.
1. What have you always wanted to do when you grow up? 2. Teach me your ways.
What I've always wanted to do when I grow up? Isn't it obvious? Why do you think I'm here? I'm not exactly the best teacher ever, so I don't know if you can truly rely on me if you want me to teach you my ways, whatever my ways are. I'm gonna assume that it's gonna be art related since that's literally what my channel is radiating around. Watch YouTube tutorials, that's all I can say, honestly. I cannot give you any tips and advice. That's the only advice I can give, if you can consider it advice. Just watch professionals explain, they're so much better.
Didn't you expect your channel to blow up like this back then when you started it?
Well, I mean, I would expect my channel to grow, but not at this rate. This is a little bit faster than I expected, but I'm grateful for the support and love that you guys have been giving my videos.
What's your favorite AU? Would you like some fan art? What inspired you to become a YouTuber?
First, I don't think I have a favorite AU, at least currently. Would I like some fan art? I mean, it would be nice. It feels nice seeing so much support. I don't want to be one of those beggars who say, give me fan art, please. I crave for the love. And 3, what inspired me to be a YouTuber? I don't think anything inspired me. I just got curious when my old classmate had a YouTube channel. And so I wanted to know what it's like to have a YouTube channel, and so here I am. Thank you.
1. Is it okay with you that you are shipped with Phil?
Excuse me, what?
I mean, there is so much people that like that too.
오미가드 홀리쉿 예스 팟.
Why are they encouraging such ungodly relationships? This is all your fault. Why must you always act so gay?
Stop, I have AEY.
2. Have you heard of Among Us? It's spreading through the community. 3. Do you love us?
Have I heard of Among Us? Well, it's a little bit hard to ignore something that's shoved into my recommended page every day on YouTube. And do I love you? Do you want me to?
Where do you meet BT Inky?
Well, I know that a lot of you are familiar with the opposites attract kind of thing, but you know what else attracts each other? Introverts. That's how we meet.
1. How you freaking improve so fast and well? 2. Simple or sympathy simping? 3. How you come up on idea at Mr. Earth's facts, stuff about him, name, and as well design?
How do I improve? I don't know, maybe I found a ritual one day. I joined a cult and then I sold my soul to Satan, and then in return he gave me skills. Please don't take this seriously. I just practiced a lot. What do you mean sympathies? Simple simping? I'm not sure. I thought there was only one kind. Maybe there's an advanced level of simping that I'm unaware of and I'm yet to discover. And the question about how I came up with Mr. Error, well, it involved a lot of rage, lack of patience, and a lot of sacrifice of my brain cells.
How do you find out where to shade on clothing and everywhere else? Also, what do you use? Lastly, how do you edit it?
How do I find out how to shade on my clothing? Well, with the power of a really strict art teacher back then, and the basic YouTube tutorial saying, "Oh, light here, moon here." I'm honestly not sure. My light and shadow basics aren't at its best. I'm just assuming I'm still an amateur. I still consider myself an amateur, unlike those real professional artists. An example being the art of Aaron Blaze. He's really amazing. I really look up to him, so I encourage you guys to go and support him. And the programs I use for my art, usually for digital illustrations, I would use this program that I'm using right now currently in this recording. It's MediBang Paint or MediBang Paint. I'm not sure how you want to pronounce it, but the spelling is there if you want to read it. For frame by frame animation, I like to use Flip-a-Clip. It's easy to use in my opinion, and it's a good app. Not a lot of people like it, but it's quite good. For tweening animation, I like to use Cute Cut Pro. For editing, I also use Cute Cut Pro and iMovie. Unfortunately, I'm not too sure what you mean. How do I edit it? For speed paint, usually I just put my video recording of my art process into iMovie and then speed it up a bunch of times until it looks like I'm going on a speed run, and then add some nice copyright-free music in the background. But for animation editing, that I can't explain it. I'm not sure how to explain it. I'm completely self-taught, so I'm not really the best to give advice. I'm not the best person to look for advice.
Favorite color? Do you support LGBTQ? How did you come up with the design for Mr. and Felling? Any art you do that you don't like or think you can redo as you have improved?
I noticed this is a trend in the comments. Y'all greedy. I ask for one question and y'all enjoy giving me a bunch of questions. But okay, fine, I won't complain. The more questions, the merrier. The longer the video, the better. More ad revenue for me. I don't have a favorite color, unfortunately, but I do have a preference of colors. I lean towards more of a warmer gradient. Although some blues and purples are nice too. I like to have both cool colors and warm colors in my paintings. And how did I come up with the design of Mr. Aaron Felling? That's an interesting question that I probably don't even know the answer to. First of all, I don't own Felling. The creator of Felling is someone else. I can't remember their name, but I'll put it up here. And for the design of Mr. Error, how did I come up with it? That's a great question. I don't know. My brain just went, hey, you know that drawing you lost? You know, the one that you worked so hard on, but you forgot to save because you're a moron. And so now it's gone forever. Yeah, make that, but in Salt Error. Honestly, I'm too scared to redo any of my old artwork because I'm worried that it'll just look worse than the original. I'm just really afraid of the amount of comments I'll receive. I know that's insecure of me, but I can't help it. And regarding the question about whether or not I support LGBTQ, it's a bit obvious. The answer is quite obviously a yes, according to the Happy Pride Month drawings I did in the past, so yeah, you're welcome to be gay here, have fun.
1. How you reacted for 50k subscribes. 2. Do you will trying to do any series from your AU? 3. Do you will do any meeting online with your fans? 4. And last one. Do you can try to read this?
How did I react to 50k subscribers? Well, I mean, I'm happy. I'm grateful. I remember being excited. Although right now I'm probably really late for this video. I'm so sorry. And regarding the question about starting my own series, God, no. No way in hell am I going to do that. Have you seen the artists who have tried to start their own series, but unfortunately some life events kicked in and they couldn't continue the story, they couldn't post another episode. The fans just started a riot in the comments section. Make sure the artist feels like they're a slave. I don't want to go through that because oh no, I can't tolerate that. Those poor souls who managed to go through that and survive, my respect to you. I could never go through that. Maybe that's why I'm just so afraid of starting the series. It's just the amount of stress, the amount of pressure, it's just so difficult to start a series. It takes skill, not just in art, but in mentally and emotionally, and probably physically. The amount of endurance is ungodly. I'm also not too sure what you mean with an online meeting. Do you want to do a Zoom call? 'Cause I sure don't.
1. Are you currently dating someone? 2. Cars or birds? 3. Good job on 50k.
1. That's for me to know and for you to find out. 2. Cars. You know why? 'Cause they're more fatal if you want to hit someone you hate with them. 3. Thank you. Thank you so much.
1. How do you draw so well? 2. How are you today? 3. Got any animation tips for beginners or at least any people should
1.
know?
I sold my soul to the black market. 2. Not so great, but how are you? 3. What's the question? Just be patient. Don't rush it. And use references for certain movements that you're unfamiliar with, unless you're absolutely certain that you don't need a reference for this particular movement that you're going to animate. So it's probably not the best advice out there, but it's what I can give.
1. Could I have a corporate reference for failing? 2. How are you? 3. Any idea how to break out of your antisocial shell and interact with other humans properly?
1. Sure, of course. Here, take this. It's an old reference drawing I made though, so yeah, the style isn't really at its best here. And 2, do I have any advice for that? I'm not sure. I think the only reason why I'm so much more adventurous in my secondary school life compared to at primary school is because the people I meet in secondary school are so much more mature. Because in primary school everyone was toxic. I just decided to shut up. I gave up on everyone. I lost hope on everyone. No one could be saved. Everyone was just doomed. Yeah. I think it depends heavily on the environment you're in, because when you're in a more comfortable environment, I think you'll be more willing and more outgoing. It isn't an easy process, honestly, but with the right people, with the right support, it should be fine. Unless you decide to take the alternative route, something I decided to take after meeting my secondary school classmates. It's called abandoning all shame and being cursed. I'm sorry if I didn't answer all of the questions that you chose, Inky, because if I did, I'd probably be abandoning a lot more than my own mental health and my sanity. So enjoy the ones that I did answer. I'm sorry if I didn't answer most of you guys' questions. I'm not sure how to say goodbye, but thank you for watching, I think. Have a good day.
Son, what are you doing?
글지거즈 브르책지스크지키위츠 크라사스크지조아지스
Do
파위아
I need to
레콜로기
perform an exorcism on you just so you listen to me? That's what he thought.